Hi, I'm Jessica. Today we're going to do some error correction practice. Error correction is where you read sentences, identify the errors or mistakes, and correct them. This is a great way to improve your grammar and writing. The sentences I'm using today are actual sentences from my students. You might be just like them. You might be making the same mistakes, and we can all learn from each other's mistakes. So let's get started. What you want to do is find the errors in these sentences and then correct them. The first sentence is, they will prevent the children to improve and have a better wage. Number 2, a skier has many cool equipment. Number 3, there are many different between China and United States. 4, how can people to think independent? And the last one, number 5, I like to have a adventure wedding because I enjoy scuba diving and have a own unique wedding. So you want to take some time right now, find the errors, and then correct them. If you need extra time, please pause the video. Okay, let me go over the answers with you. Of course, for some sentences, there might be more than one way to correct them. If you're not done correcting the sentences, please pause the video and then push play when you're ready. Okay, the first one is, they will prevent the children to improve and have a better wage. Do you know what's wrong here? So we have they will prevent. If you use prevent, it is not with to. I'm going to write WW. If you know your correction symbols, these are symbols or marks that teachers commonly use to point out your errors. WW means wrong word. So we don't say prevent to, we say prevent from. So this is the wrong word here. We're going to take that out and replace it with from. They will prevent the children from improve and have. Improve and have are verbs here, but when you're using these words with from, after a preposition, they should be gerund form. Gerund is verb plus ing. So instead of saying improve and have, right, these are the wrong verb tense. So you might see your teacher do VT for a verb tense error. It should be improving. And having. And then we're talking about children. That is more than one person, more than one child. So here wage should be wages. Again, if your teacher's using correction symbols, it will be PL for pluralize. Pluralize means add an S if it is a regular noun and it's countable. So we should have, they will prevent the children from improving and having better wages. So since this is plural here, delete the having better wages. Number 2, a skier has many cool equipment. Do you know what's wrong with this sentence? There's a mistake with equipment. Equipment is a non-count noun or uncountable noun. That means we can't count it and say one equipment, two equipments. We can't pluralize it like we can for wages. So since this is uncountable, you cannot say many. Many is for countable things like many people, many places, many apples. So this is, again, wrong word here. What should we replace it with? You have two options. You can use much, because we can use much for non-count nouns, or you can use a lot of. A lot of can be used for countable nouns and uncountable nouns. So a skier has much cool equipment, or a skier has a lot of cool equipment. Number 3, there are many different between China and United States. Hopefully you found several mistakes here and corrected them. One would be different. This is what we call a word form error. Word form error. Word form would be like happy, adjective, happiness, noun, happily, adverb. They're all part of the same word family. Here, we don't want different, that's the adjective. We need the noun form. So what is the noun form for different? You should have said difference. Here, because we say many, add your S. There are many differences between China and United States. What is wrong with United States? There's more than one state, right? So we need to pluralize this. It always has an S on it. And this is a common mistake. I see a lot of my students say United States, but you're missing a word here. So what should we insert or add here? We need the. So your answer should be, or the sentence should be, there are many differences between China and the United States. Number 4, this question asks, how can people to think independent? Here we have 2 mistakes. How can people, can, here with the modal, we do not want to think. This is an infinitive, to plus the verb. Because you have the modal can here, you can't use to, so delete to. How can people think? And here, again, the wrong word form. Independent is an adjective. After the verb here, we need the adverb. What is the adverb for independent? You should have said independently, L-Y. How can people think independently? How can people think independently? Okay, let's go to the last one. I like to have an adventure wedding because I enjoy scuba diving and have a own unique wedding. Let's start with the first sentence. I like to have an adventure wedding. Adventure has the vowel sound. Adventure. So for A, it can't be a. We need an. A-N. An adventure wedding. I like to have an adventure wedding. Do you see anything wrong here at the beginning? We don't say I like. We say I would like. I would like. I want. Or if you want to use the contraction, you can combine I would, put them together, and you can say I'd. I'd. So you can do I would, or if you want the contraction, you could say I'd. I'd like to have an adventure wedding because I enjoy scuba diving and have a own unique wedding. Because I enjoy scuba diving, and this last part is actually not a complete sentence. When you add because here, now this is what we call a dependent clause. It's not a complete sentence. It needs to be added onto an independent clause or a complete sentence. So there's a couple different ways that you could have corrected this. So you can join the 2 sentences. If you did that, then you should have deleted the period and made this lowercase b. I'd like to have an adventure wedding because I enjoy scuba diving. Okay, now it's connected. We need to correct this last part and have a own unique wedding. Okay, we can't say a own unique wedding. We're going to delete this wrong word. What should we say here instead? My own unique wedding. I'd like to have an adventure wedding because I enjoy scuba diving and my own unique wedding. It still doesn't quite make sense. We need to add something here. I enjoy scuba diving, and there's a couple different possibilities for here. Maybe you said, because I enjoy scuba diving and I would like to have my own unique wedding, or I want to have my own unique wedding, or it would enable me to have my own unique wedding. So there are several different answers for here. You can put whatever you want as long as it's grammatically correct and makes sense. I'm just going to add I want to have my own unique wedding. So this corrected would be one long sentence. I'd like to have an adventure wedding because I enjoy scuba diving and I want to have my own unique wedding. If you see, we connected at the end with and these 2 sentences. So you need to put the comma here before your coordinating conjunction and to connect the 2 sentences. If you want to begin with your dependent clause with because, you can put that at the beginning and say, because I enjoy scuba diving, I want to have my own unique wedding and have an adventure wedding. So you can restructure the sentences as long as it's grammatically correct. So I hope you learned something new today and that your writing skills are getting stronger. I look forward to seeing you next time. Bye!